Deep in the heart of the Whispering Woods lived a little fawn named Moon. She had soft brown eyes and a tiny white spot on her forehead that shimmered like a star. Moon lived with her mother in a cozy den nestled beneath a giant oak tree. The oak tree had emerald green leaves that whispered secrets in the breeze. Moon loved her mother very much. Every morning they would greet the day with gentle nuzzles. Her mother would tell her stories of the Whispering Woods, stories about the magical creatures and the talking trees. Moon loved to hear about the fairies that danced in the moonbeams and the playful sprites that hid among the flowers. Moon longed to see these wonders for herself. She dreamed of dancing with the fairies and listening to the trees whisper their secrets. One day, Moon decided to explore the woods and discover its magic for herself. She knew her mother would worry, but Moon couldn't resist the call of adventure any longer. The forest floor was soft and springy beneath Moon's hooves. Sunbeams streamed through the leaves, painting dancing patterns of light and shadow on the ground. Moon skipped along, her tail swishing with excitement. She had never been this far into the woods before. As she skipped along, Moon came across a kaleidoscope of butterflies fluttering amongst the wildflowers. Their wings shimmered with every color imaginable: ruby red, sapphire blue, and emerald green. Moon had never seen anything so beautiful. The butterflies danced around her, their wings tickling her nose. Moon laughed with delight and twirled amongst them. She felt so happy and free. The butterflies led her deeper into the woods towards the sound of music. As Moon drew closer, she realized the music was coming from a small brook that gurgled and splashed over smooth stones. The brook's song was so beautiful that Moon couldn't help but dance along. She pranced and leaped, her hooves barely touching the ground. The butterflies fluttered around her, their wings keeping time with the music. The sun began to set, painting the sky in hues of orange, pink, and purple. Moon realized how late it was. She had wandered so far, following the butterflies and the music. Now the forest looked unfamiliar, and the shadows seemed to stretch out like long fingers reaching for her. Fear pricked at Moon's heart. The once friendly trees now seemed to loom over her, their branches like grasping claws. The shadows whispered secrets she couldn't understand, and the rustle of leaves sent shivers down her spine. Moon called out for her mother, her voice trembling, but only silence answered. She was lost and all alone. Tears welled up in her eyes, and she felt a sob rise in her throat. The forest, once so welcoming, now felt cold and menacing. Moon sank to the ground, her small body trembling. She closed her eyes, wishing with all her might that she had never left her mother's side. She wished for the warmth of their den and the comforting sound of her mother's voice. Suddenly, Moon felt a presence beside her. She opened her eyes to see a magnificent eagle perched on a branch overhead. Its feathers were the color of burnished gold, and its eyes gleamed with ancient wisdom. The eagle spoke, its voice deep and reassuring. "Do not be afraid, little one," the eagle said. "I am a friend. I will help you find your way home." Moon felt a surge of hope. She climbed onto the eagle's back, her small hooves clinging to its strong feathers. The eagle soared into the sky, lifting Moon above the dark and frightening forest. Up they flew, higher and higher, until the trees looked like tiny green dots below. Moon had never been so high. She could see the whole world spread out beneath her, the winding river, the distant mountains, and the twinkling lights of her village. The eagle finally landed on a familiar branch, and Moon saw her mother racing towards her. Moon leaped into her mother's loving embrace. She had never been so happy to see her. Moon learned a valuable lesson that day. Exploring was fun, but there was no place as safe and comforting as home. And even though the forest held many wonders, the greatest wonder of all was her mother's love.